I think whenever we look at deals, what's very important to us is, are they sustainable? We want to avoid projects that aren't sustainable, that don't work, doesn't benefit anybody. Are they high quality? Do we have high quality providers? Because we believe in high quality infrastructure. Finally, we want to focus on employing Indonesians. Are we employing and supporting local labor here? And are we doing that in the appropriate way? And are we supporting the environment and making sure that things are sound? So anytime we look at a project, the question is it a sustainable, solid project that private business is going to be interested in? And does it benefit Indonesia and its people? So those are the things we'll look at.
So in attracting investment in Indonesia, or if you look at the competitiveness index, we are not very competitive, if we can admit that. So how about now? Are you optimistic that we can solve the problems that might emerge during the investment?
You know, one thing I've seen in Indonesia is when Indonesians put their mind to something, they accomplish a lot. And your president and your administration have decided that private capital is a critical priority. So I think things like the new omnibus laws, they will be very critical. And so I think there's two things coming to make a big difference. One is we have a new DFC. We didn't have that before. We didn't have the 60 billion plus the hundreds to invest. And then two, President Jokowi has made this a priority, and you're following that up with laws to change the environment. So I think those two things combined will make a big difference.
Yes, hopefully. And then when we're talking about foreign investment, we know that our government is trying so hard to get more investment coming to Indonesia, but also there's also a growing concern about debt trap. How you would respond to that?
I think it's critical that in every project you identify whether these are, as I said, fundable, sustainable projects. Because at the end of the day, if you have people identifying projects and overloading this country with debt, it won't work. If you have private capital that comes in that sets up the right capital structure because they're good projects, that will work. And so I think it's extremely appropriate for a country like Indonesia to ensure that you have no single country come in and trap in debt. And I would also extend that out. I would make sure that every project that's done is leveraging local labor. That you don't have people coming in from other countries to do those things. I'd make sure that it's transparent and follows rule of law. Those are the kind of things that ensure sustainable, good projects, and that's what we'll invest in.
Okay, and DFC, I would like to confirm, is it an alternative to the Belt and Road Initiative?
DFC is our initiative. And so when we look forward, I don't think about other countries. I think about our initiative to make a difference. And so we're playing offense. We're not playing defense. And you'll see us focus on our plan.
What are the differences that DFC can bring other than, we have Chinese entities investing in Indonesia, we have Japan entities investing in Indonesia. What differences that DFC offer to Indonesia?
I think that when you look at American investment, what you'll see is a focus on high quality infrastructure. And a focus with friends, by the way. We're going to do it with the Japanese, with the Australians, with others that want to invest. At the end of the day, if the investment is sound, sustainable, it follows rule of law, it empowers your people, we're interested in those investments. And we're interested in participating with others too. So I think the United States will bring a clear focus. We may not always be the cheapest, but we'll focus on being the best.
Okay, and I would also like to ask you about the recent issues about the escalating tension between U.S. and Iran. How do you see it will impact the economy of emerging countries that you will invest?
The president has taken very decisive but preventative action. We've been very clear that we're not interested in escalation here. By doing that, I think it will give us more ability to focus on the more important things. And the more important things are countries like Indonesia that need capital because they're growing so quickly.
Okay, I have one more question that I would like to ask you earlier, but I just, somehow didn't find the opportunity to ask. So when we talk about 5G network, it's
Yes.
very sensitive, right?
Yes.
When we want to build the infrastructure, and Indonesia is going to build that in the next few years. So
Yes.
are you interested in this project as well?
Absolutely. It's a focus area of ours. And what you'll see from my perspective is two things. One is we're not going to come in and just tell you, buy American here. Could be some good American components, but there are other countries, whether Ericsson, Nokia, other companies that can come in to make a best-of-breed solution. One country's company shouldn't dominate anywhere. The other thing that I think the Indonesian government has been very focused on is, in something like 5G, sovereignty and security of the Indonesian people should be number one. That's a very critical infrastructure project, and I think Indonesia has been very focused on that as they think forward to 5G, and I appreciate that. But we will be there helping where we can, and I think it's a very interesting investment area.